So I just want to show you this little delivery that I got a couple of days ago. Oh, I think it was last week. I've been a bit behind. This is the Commonwealth flag. This is the actual flag of the Anzac that they used, and the administration's taken over and put a blue one with different type of stars, with a standardized star for these and a different star here. But this is our actual real flag. This is the flag of the people that we were using, and the administration decided they wanted a certain kind of flag. I'm just trying to move it so I can get a good light on it. It's actually quite a nice red. Does that come up? No, I can't get it to come up nice. But it's really pretty. It's a nice flag. And yeah, so that is, let's see if it goes on here. Some of my law books. That's a little better. It's not 100%. I can't get the light to come on there, even though I'm right next to the window. Yeah, so this is our flag. This is little patches. They can go on anything from a jacket to a hat to a bag, I suppose. Anything you want to sew it onto, you could probably glue it on. And I got these from, I think it's Katrina Stenton. I'll put a Stenton. Yeah, I'll put that in the description so that it's, you can look her up. She's on Facebook, and you can order these directly and they come straight to you. And it's a fundraiser to preserve the real history, and I think it's a one of the what's it called? It's sort of a living museum type of thing. You can look into that more and ask her some questions. But just looking at those stars, you can see ones are 5-pointed, 6-pointed, 7-pointed, 8-pointed, and 9-pointed stars, and then the main one is a 6-pointed star. So they're all representative of things, and you can look those up on, I think it's Locusts and Honey, but there is definitely more information to be learnt. And so all this blue ensign and Aboriginal flag, these are not the flag of the Commonwealth of Australia. They're actually, one's the administrator, which is Australia, but the administration of the Commonwealth. It's not the Commonwealth, and that's the blue ensign. And the Aboriginal one is a flag of Australia, but it's not the flag of the Commonwealth of Australia. It's very different. So you've got three totally different entities. The Aboriginal one is the current sort of coup d'etat takeover type, you know, apartheid driven type of thing, and they're committing a lot of crimes around it, war crimes against our peoples on this land, and who don't realise they're not acting in the Commonwealth. They're actually just acting in the under the administration of the Commonwealth. Two different things. It's very difficult to talk to people about. So we're with you. These are our peoples. They should be inside this flag, not inside the administration, and definitely not inside what's known as Australia. It isn't the Commonwealth. So it's not the Commonwealth of Australia. They are taking over, and they're doing a really nasty job over our peoples, and essentially the prices are so high because the money's worthless, it's debt. So it's really difficult, but we want silver circulating. We want to have our real money. We don't want to be in digitized things. I know this is a digitized video, but we don't want to be digitized in things. We don't want our identities online. We don't want our currency online. We don't want to be on people's websites all day and night. We don't want to be uploading all this sort of, junk. I mean, most of it is not stuff for life. It's just stuff. We don't want all of this, all the nonsense, the high-rise buildings, which I'm in right now at the moment. I don't want to be here. I'm here because I was basically white erased and genocided out of the area of my nativity. And that's the reality that is being done to us on our own land, our own Commonwealth land that we built, the country that we built the infrastructure to start with, and it's all been stolen and given away to foreign interests to sell back to us at a rate on our backs with debt currency. I mean, these are huge crimes. Just theft of our complete knowledge of ourselves, of our people, of our history as it really happened. They don't teach the real stuff at schools. I know because I've been in them, and they're horrible. If the universities, it's all anti-whiteism. It's just, and it's not even just about anti-whiteism against, well, we'll say white people, Western kind, but it's anti-whiteism against God and the Commonwealth under God that is in the blessing of Almighty God. There's absolutely nothing about Almighty God in any of the Parliament, governmental, we'll say, there's nothing of the Almighty God in anything except the Constitution right now. And so we're not inside that Constitution. We're not inside the Commonwealth of Australia Constitution Act 1900. I am, to some degree, and some of us are to some degree, yes. However, the longer we stay in the AUD, which is debt foreign currency, it's not ours. The longer we stay in it, the longer we stay in all this politicking and nonsense, the longer as we consent to it, and we shouldn't be. And the longer we get enslaved into being digitised with all of our private stuff on somebody else's server. It's not in the sky, it's not a cloud, as the t-shirt says. It's on somebody's hard drive. Somebody owns, or rather has direct access to everything online, to whatever's on their thing. Whichever one you go with, they have that data, and that is the reality. They can do what they darn well please. You can erase your bank account. I mean, how would you be if tomorrow you did the supposed wrong thing, whether you knew it or not, and everything was erased upon you? Like, it's easy to steal this. I mean, it's just like turn off the switch. That's it, gone. And then what will we do? What will you do? Will you just be obedient and follow, like in the Nuremberg and all of this? That's what this flag is about. It's about our sovereignty as a country. We won the right to self-governance. We did it with hundreds of thousands of our people going out and winning that freedom, that right to self-governance. And we're not being self-governed, we're under administration, and they're selling it to foreign interests. They come in, they don't care. They're happy to have Aboriginal or us. They don't give a shit which one. They don't care. If it's an Aboriginal flag, they're happy. They will side with Aboriginal. But the problem is using a race is apartheid, and the Aborigine, the original, the actual Aborigine, not the mixed whites, adopting being Aboriginal to white flight out of all the trouble. The real Aborigine, they are really, I feel for them, because they're being used and abused, but they don't approve of it. I mean, I was at Western Sydney University. I'm going to go on a little sidetrack. I was in Western Sydney University in an art therapy course a few years now. A few years ago, New South Wales, Western Sydney University, and there was an Aboriginal woman came in, I suppose an elder, I don't know, that's not my business, I don't acknowledge them, but she was Aboriginal by race, and you could see that she was Aboriginal by race. The group was so interested in how everything, the lost generations and all of this, and she was trying to explain to the group that the white children were also treated the same way. It wasn't unique to Aborigine. And everyone in the room, except for myself because I'm quite alert, but everyone in the room had this cognitive dissonance where they blocked out what she said about the white children, and they were so focused on the Aborigine, and that elder that they're supposedly honouring was completely ignored of the content of what she said. And now that is how deep this goes. It's absolutely insane that how they got everybody, or the majority, to believe that Aborigine were targeted specifically. This is not true. It's not how it was, not how it is now. But they're using that and telling people, yeah, you can do this coup d'etat over the people, over the Commonwealth. You can steal everything and give it away. They don't have a defence force. They're going to take over our defence force. They're going to take over everything that we created as a Commonwealth, as a Commonwealth together, and divide it up into a racial divide. But in reality, it's not. It's actually an occupancy taking over the administration of what this flag here represents, the Commonwealth of Australia, undermining that, usurping that, stealing from that. I mean, they steal our resources and then sell them back to us. All the resources. We had our own manufacturing. We were making everything here. And we had SEC, State Electricity Corp. We had Telecom, which is still there. It's just sold into Telstra. And they were universally owned, so they were government, but by the people. They were owned and operated, repaired, everything by the people of the Commonwealth. They weren't sold out anywhere. And right now, and over the past long time, number of decades, everything that we have wanted has been sold out to other countries, to other people, to foreign interests. And they get to make the money out of it by taking our resource, making something like electricity, and then selling that back to us, retail. We were supposed to have it wholesale direct because we are the rightful owners of the trust that is the Commonwealth. We are, or I should say the beneficiaries. We are the naked owners of the Commonwealth. We are here all together. We might be a different race, but this racial divide thing, we don't want to mix whites out. Definitely not. But that's what they're trying to encourage everyone to do, is to mix so that there's no racial identity, no racial feelings of, I'll say pride, it's not the right word, but no racial pride in anybody except for, no racial pride in any white man or woman is what I'm trying to say. That's the ultimate thing that they're doing. And they're pretending that this flag here is a white flag. It's not. What they mean by white Australia is everyone who's not an Aboriginal. And if you don't think so, go and look around. Go and look around. Every time they acknowledge Aboriginal, they're leaving out everybody else in the Commonwealth. And so it's quite it's quite the brain fuck, to be honest, and they do that on purpose. And I just wanted to make a post with this little flag. It's very significant that having a little patch like this to put on our clothing to signify I am of the Anzac lineages. I'm harnessing the gift and the blessing of Almighty God to my breast, to my heart, to operate in that law, in that constitution that is my inheritance. And it's not a one-person thing. Everyone needs to remember, because if we don't remember, and most of you have forgotten, but if we don't remember, it's going to be gone. It's going to be gone. And people say to me, it's never going to happen. It's happening right now, folks. It's happening right now. It's been happening for quite a long time. I remember in primary school, 4 decades ago, an Aboriginal abusing me, telling migrant children that my people killed their people off. Well, what the fuck is he doing in a primary school if he got killed off? It's fucking nonsense. It never happened that we enslaved them. Never happened. We were told to leave them alone. We left them alone. You don't understand that we lived on the same land alongside with Aboriginal people living their own ways, and we lived our own ways. The only problem that arose is when they came to steal our food where we had none. So that's where skirmishes were going on, because we don't agree with theft. And also, we were starving here. We had to build from sand. We had to make our farms work from sand. The dirt was shit. And if you read the real history of how our people developed up this nation, this country, it hasn't been colonial for a very long fucking time. And it really is anti-whiteism to say, oh, colonial. No, we became a federation of states in 1900, and we have been since, and we have been under occupation for a really, really long time, almost since the beginning. But we were founding ourselves, and someone or something, some people took over and stole our education about our people. They have a responsibility to tell us who we are and what we're doing and what we're supposed to do to get self-governed. But they're not doing that. They're doing a completely opposite, completely different thing, selling it out, bringing in more and more foreigners to totally distract and dissolve and destroy who we are. And they've started it by destroying a white man and white woman and white family first. If you don't believe it, take a look around at which families are struggling the most. The real ones, not the bullshit you're being told on the television. Anyway, so this is a flag of the Commonwealth. It does not represent the white race. It represents the Commonwealth of Australia, upon which we all live under the blessing of Almighty God, whatever background and whatnot, because this is a native Commonwealth of Australia flag. So once you're naturalised, not a citizen, you can't be a citizen in the Commonwealth. You have to be naturalised. That means you change to the Commonwealth of Australia. You can't be something else. All right? That doesn't exist. There's no co-citizenship. There's no dual citizenship. You're not a citizen in the Commonwealth. You are naturalised. So you're a native into that Commonwealth, and you come under the blessing of Almighty God, and then all that works from there. Know the basis of the law, because if you don't know the basis of the law, good luck. They just run over you ramshod anywhere. So that's my video. It's really long for such a little patch, but I got a little delivery and I'm quite happy with it. And I've already given, I think I gave 11 away already, so I'm going to have to go and order a few more. But they've been put into little cards, thank you cards, introductory to the Commonwealth kind of cards. There's an endless way, and it's $10 each patch, and they go to supporting this museum of the history of our people. And it's well worth getting the $10 and donating that in, and then being able to either give these to others and also to put them on our things, on our clothing, on our bags, on our everything we can put them on. It's right and good to do such a thing. So that's what I've started to do, trying to give to the right people and the right things so that we ensure that we are taking care of our peoples. And I really worry for our race as a people as well. But all the peoples on the land that are part of the Commonwealth need to know this stuff. It's extremely important and critical to our country, to the Commonwealth, that's being undermined, stolen, and re-educated on and on and on. It's been going on since the 20s and before, probably 1920s and before, maybe. Yeah, so being re-educated so that we forget who we are, and that's not appropriate. It's very much not appropriate. They say, oh, we're doing that to everyone else. What a load of shit. They're doing it to us, and they've been doing it to us for so long that we've forgotten. Well, you might have. I haven't. Some of us have not forgotten. We know, and we remember, and we will not forget. We will remember every morning and every evening. We will remember. So as it comes to armistice on the 11th, remember they fucked us up with the time, so 11 o'clock is 12 o'clock, because they fucked us up with daylight savings in Victoria and New South Wales. They do it deliberately. They deliberately mislead people. They deliberately have everyone silent at 11 but not at the right time, which is 12, which is the normal 11 for the standard time. They do this deliberately. It's not a fucking thing about, oh, we want a bit more evening. It's not about that. It's about usurping the Commonwealth of Australia Constitution and that blessing of Almighty God. It's about that. When you wake up and see it, when you wake up and realise, it's about usurping you. Every one of you. They don't care about you. They're an administrator. And those occupants taking over with a coup d'etat, using and abusing Aboriginal, they are committing war crimes, international and Commonwealth war crimes. It's never okay for them to do it. So anyone who's supporting it, you're complicit. The end. Okay, you're going to be named and shamed. Maybe not by me, not 100% by me. Some of you will be, but don't do it. I just don't understand how people make it all racial when it's so much worse than that. Anyway, apartheid is an international criminal offence, and yeah, so is genocide, by the way. Genocide is an international war crime and criminal offence, so maybe don't get involved in that sort of thing. Anyway, that's my little, rave on. Have a good day, and the 11th is coming, so get them out. Regret that I didn't get this done, but yeah, so I have now, and yeah, go check out Locusts and Honey on YouTube. You'll learn a heap, and yeah, you see a really fired up man. He's great, and there are people, we do stuff, and I hope that we can save our souls and be under the blessing of Almighty God before this life is over. But I don't know about it. We'll see. Okay, that's it. Thank you.